A pleasant day to each and everyone. My name is Nora Alessandra Indung from BSF English 3A. And now I'm going to tackle week 2 module. So let's start. Number 1, we have describe the way of life, beliefs, and religion of the Filipino during the pre-colonial period. The pre-colonial belief system of Filipinos consisted of pantheons of gods, spirits, creatures, and men that guarded the streams, fields and trees, mountains, forests, and houses. So Bathala, who created earth and man, was superior to these other gods and spirits. Regular sacrifices and prayers were offered to um, place these deities and spirits. So some of which were benevolent, some malevolent, and wood and metal images represented ancestral spirits, and no distinction was made between the spirits and their physical symbol. So reward or punishment after death was dependent upon behavior in this life. Number two, what are the various causes responsible for the brevity of Philippines literature? So the primary contribution factors of this condition was the destructions of most of our written native language in the early days of Spanish dominance. So owing the neglect, war, and mechanical action of time. Okay, number three, explain how did the written character employed by the early Filipinos differ from those being used today. So the alphabet, according to Chirino and Figapetta, contain three vowels, which serves in use of 5 and 12 consonants. We have ba, ka, da, ga, ha, la, ma, na, pa, sa, ta, and ya. Points or accents placed above or below the letters gave them a definite sounds and a distinct meaning. So they wrote downward from top to bottom like the Chinese and read from right to left. So although the early Filipinos had an alphabet of their own and sufficiency flexibility language for the development of their own and of a native literature, they unfortunately had no printing facilities. So nevertheless, they managed to perceive their lost legends, songs, and epics by inscribing them on palm leaves, bamboos, and on the bark of trees. Finally, oral tradition and singers from them from generation to generation. Number 4, define the following. So first we have Hudana. It is a song of victory. Next we have Tagumpay or Trinidad. It is a song of hanging a captured enemy. Sambotan or Tagulaylay. It is a song expressive of manliness. Hibayis or Ibayis. They have songs. Rose Diego Lopez Pobedano in 1578, referring to the people of Negros, which tell about the lives of their warriors and ancestors. Recount the life of the great voyage. They call this songs. Next, we have Balayang. According to Antonio del Morca in 1592, uh, was a wedding ballad in Batangas. Next, Papuri, meaning praise, was known to the people in Tayabas, now Quezon Province. On Onsikrep or Bansal and Pagatin ang Pangasinan, terms referring to pre-marital and post-marital ceremonies. Next, Kudyapi or Kulintang. is a native musical instrument in keeping the beat or rhythm. Next, Maragtas tells the story of 10 Brunei Datus who, oppressed by their superior master, left the land of their birth to found a settlement in 1212 in the Visayas. So next, Hinilawud. The term Hinilawud generally translates to the tale from the mouth of the Halawud River. Next, Ibalon. An ancient epic in Bicol is the Ibalon. Next, Asian tale. Lamang, an ancient poem of historical importance of Historia, papasalitaan ti pinagbiag ni Lamang. It is an old Ilocano metrical story, the authorship of which is not yet established. Darangan means to narrate song, which is written in Maranao language, narrates the heroic feats of the Maguindanao people, highlighting the bravery and powers of the Stole Macro of the Moro warriors. So next, Hood is an epic poem deals with the story of the great Ifugao culture and of a hero known as Aliguyon or Gonhandon. It attempts to explain the mystical creation of the world and describes the glories of early Ifugao history. Next, Alim. The sister of Yugao epic deals with the lives of the gods and the happenings in the sky world. Next, oral lore or oral traditions is a form of human communication wherein knowledge, art, and ideas and cultural materials is received, preserved, and transmitted orally from the generation to another. Next, Proverbs is a simple and concrete saying popularly known and repeated that express a truth based on a common sense or experience. They are often metaphorical. For example, new king, new character, meaning new leadership always bring new ways. If you persevere, you will reap a fruits of your own labor, meaning they don't call them the fruits of labor for nothing. Hard work and perseverance are needed to reach your goals. But if you keep trying, one day you will enjoy the result of of your effort. Next we have Lao. A folk tradition mirrors the Ilonggo's folk creative or poetic institution. A short poem composed of 4 lines having as a meter and rhyme. Example, Rosas, rosas nga kimatig, soltero nga way nobya agi. Bulak, bulak sang tangkong, dalaga nga wala sang nobyo bingkong. Next, myth. Myth is a mythology body of myths of a particular culture and also the study and interpretations of the myth. In general, myth is a narrative that describes and portrays in symbolic language the origin of the basic elements and assumptions of culture. For example, the god and goddesses in Ilocos. But why there is a high tide during full moon in Ibanag? Mag-asawang tubig in Tagalog. Next, legend. Traditional narratives are collections of related narratives, popularly historical, factual, but actually a mixture of fact and fiction. Legends are stories of real people who are famous for doing something brave and extraordinary. For example, the legend of the Sleeping Beauty in Kalinga, legend of the Dama de Noche, legend of Banana Plant. Next, epic. A long poem typically are derived from ancient oral tradition, um, narrating the deeds and adventures of heroic or legend any figure of the history of a nation. For example, Biag ni Lamang, Life of Lamang, of the Ilocano narrates the adventure of prodigious epic hero Lamang who exhibit extraordinary powers at an early age. Sandayo of the Subanon tells of the story of the uh, hero with the same name who is born through extraordinary um, dreams as he fell out on the hair of his mother while she was combing it on the ninth stroke. Next, Aliguyon or the Hudhud, meaning of the Ifugaos tells the adventures of Aliguyon as the battles his own among rice fields and terraces and instruments by his people to be of steadfast and enduring the wisdom, um, welfare, and the peacemaking during harvest season. Next, riddles, made up of one or more measured lines with rhymes and may consist of four syllables, involves reference to one or two images that symbolize the characteristics of an unknown object that is used to be guessed. For example, nagtago si Pedro pero nakalabas ang ulo. Hindi pari, hindi hari, ngunit nagdadamit ng sari-sari. Bugtong pala, bugtong kadenang umu, umu, ungo, umuugo. Next, folk songs. A form of folk lyric which expresses the people's hope, aspirance, and lifestyle. For example, Uyayi, meaning lullaby, Kumintang, a war song, Kundiman, a melon, melodic love song. That's all for me.